All right, cricket fans, get ready for a deep dive you won't soon forget. We're talking unbelievable highs and lows, the kind of nail-biting tension that'll have you on the edge of your seat, and a team that just refused to stay down, even when the odds were totally against them.
Yeah, this one was something else. This wasn't just another match. This was, well, it really shows you how unpredictable cricket can be, like how a horrible start can turn into something amazing.
And that's what we're diving into today, a match that had everyone talking. So to really understand it, we're breaking it down, all the key moments, the players, the strategies, everything.
Exactly. And hey, if you're not a cricket expert, don't worry. We'll explain everything as we go so everyone can enjoy this story.
Exactly. So let's rewind to the very beginning, set the scene for us.
Okay, so picture this. India, one of the best cricket teams out there, walks onto the field. They're feeling confident. But then things go south. And I mean, really south. Hard to believe how bad it got.
Okay, when you say south, how bad are we talking?
In their first innings, their first try at scoring runs, India was bowled out for, wait for it, 46 runs.
Whoa.
Yeah, 46. It was awful, like shockingly bad. To give you some context, only one team in the history of Test cricket has ever won a match after being bowled out for so little.
Wow. So they're starting the match already at a huge disadvantage.
Huge is an understatement. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest, but you start at the bottom of the ocean. The deficit they faced was bigger than most teams score in an entire match, let alone an innings.
Okay, so India is facing what seems impossible. What happens next?
Here's where it gets interesting. They had every reason to just give up after that first innings. But no. India's bowlers, they come out fired up. Bumrah and Siraj, those two are talented, and they were on fire.
Sometimes you got to get knocked down to come back swinging, right? What did that look like, their strategy?
Yeah, it was amazing. They were swinging the ball, hitting that seam just right, and they were determined. Totally shut down New Zealand's opening batsman.
That must have been a much-needed boost, even if it was small in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, absolutely. It showed they were resilient, Cricket's unpredictable. Just when all hope seemed lost, they claw their way back in and remind everyone, hey, this match isn't over yet.
But I'm guessing the excitement didn't end there.
Oh, no. Remember that mountain India had to climb? Well, New Zealand's Rachin Ravindra, he had different plans. He and Tim Southey, they put on a batting clinic. Seriously, it shifted the entire feel of the match.
A clinic. Now you've got my attention. What was so special about it?
Ravindra and Southey were unstoppable. They scored runs so fast, their century stand, that's 100 runs while batting together, was the second fastest ever against India. Power, timing, everything was working for them.
Wow, so just as India starts fighting back, New Zealand hits them with a record-breaking partnership. Talk about an emotional roller coaster.
That's cricket, my friend. Just when you think you know what's going to happen, boom, the tide turns. And this match, the tide seemed determined to keep everyone guessing.
So now India's staring down this massive deficit. It's almost impossible. What were they thinking at that point? Did they just give up?
It's moments like these that really show you a team's character. And India, they didn't crack under pressure, not at all. They decided to fight back and fight back hard. They knew the only chance was to take risks, to score quickly. Even if it meant a higher chance of losing, they had to go for it.
Had to go big or go home, right?
Exactly. High risk, high reward. It was a strategy that kept everyone on their toes. And honestly, it made for some really exciting cricket.
Like what? Give me the highlights.
Okay, so one of the most memorable was Yashasvi Jaiswal. He was still kind of new on the scene, but he played with this amazing fearlessness. There was this one time he just charged down the pitch, right at the bowler.
No way!
It was incredible. So bold. And it paid off, sent the ball flying for 4 runs.
Wow, like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Any of the big moments.
Oh, yeah. Rohit Sharma, the captain, he stepped up big time, smashed 50 runs in just a few overs. It was pure skill, controlled aggression, perfect timing. You could tell he knew every run mattered.
It sounds like they had a good mix of styles in their batting. Cricket's not just about hitting the ball as hard as you can, right? There's strategy, too.
Absolutely. And this match really showed that. Okay, so you've got Sarfaraz Khan. He was like this unconventional hero, had a totally unique batting style, almost reckless, hitting the ball super late or crazy early.
Is he playing mind games or something?
It's funny you say that because, well, it threw the New Zealand bowlers off. They were bowling short, which is usually easier to hit for boundaries, right? Khan just took advantage of that, messed with their rhythm, created opportunities.
Tactical genius disguised as something else. I love it.
Right. And it wasn't just about hitting hard. It was about understanding the game, the other team's weaknesses.
So we've got these different playing styles.
Yeah.
Did that continue throughout the match?
You bet. On the one hand, you had Sarfaraz with this almost reckless style, and on the other, you had Virat Kohli, known for a more traditional, technically perfect approach.
Complete opposites. How do they make that work as a team?
That's the amazing part. Somehow, their contrasting styles just clicked. Sarfaraz's aggression took the pressure off Kohli, let him play his own game. And Kohli's experience calmed things down when Sarfaraz's batting got a little wild. It was the perfect mismatch.
Okay, so the tension's building. They're closing in on this impossible target. What happens next?
Just when it seemed like they might pull it off, things took a turn. Rohit Sharma, remember how well he was batting? He gets dismissed and in the most bizarre way imaginable.
Wait, what could be so strange about getting dismissed in cricket?
Okay, picture this. Sharma defends a ball, just trying to block it, not even trying to score. And the ball just grazes his bat, rolls back slowly, and felt like it took forever, and then it hits the stumps. Everyone was stunned.
All that work and then that happens. That's brutal.
Cricket can be a cruel game. But wait, there's more. New Zealand, they see a chance to get back in the game, so they bring out their secret weapon, Glenn Phillips. And not for his batting, which you might expect.
A secret weapon. This just gets better and better. Tell me more.
So Phillips, he's mainly a wicketkeeper. That's the guy who stands behind the batsman, catches the ball if it's missed. But he'd been secretly practicing his bowling, specifically off-spin. He wanted to be more valuable to the team.
A real team player.
Right, and this time, it paid off big time. They brought him on to bowl, and with the very last ball of the day, and I mean the very last ball, he gets a wicket.
Can you imagine being in that stadium? That's wild. They were on the edge of their seats. Everyone was.
Oh, yeah, talk about a cliffhanger. So, end of day 3, you've got India. Somehow they're in a position to win this thing, but they're running out of time and they're running out of wickets.
The way this match went back and forth, I mean, from that awful start to, well, all that. It's crazy how quickly things change. Did they keep that momentum going on the last day?
Well, that's the thing about this deep dive, right? We're looking at this crucial moment right before the final act. We know the odds, but we don't actually know how it ends yet.
Okay, now you've got me even more curious. But honestly, it does make it more exciting. Knowing how close it was, how much fight they showed, you can't help but root for them.
Totally. And it's not just about the game itself. It's the human element, right? The pressure, the resilience, how they handled all those twists and turns. It's inspiring.
It reminds you that sometimes you got to dig deep, you know. Face those challenges head on. It's like that in sports and in life. Never give up, even when things seem impossible.
Well said. This match, it had everything. Amazing plays, those moments where you can't believe what you're seeing, more ups and downs than, I don't know, in a movie or something.
For sure. So anyone listening, if you're ever feeling doubtful, remember this match. Remember that team that refused to back down, the bowlers who gave them hope, the batsmen who proved everyone wrong, and that never give up attitude.
It reminds you that sometimes the toughest challenges lead to the greatest victories.
This match, it wasn't just a game. It was about resilience, about embracing the unknown, and about what can happen when people come together and say, we're not giving up.
What a story, right? It makes you think. So what did you think of this incredible match? What moment stood out to you? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this unforgettable game.